Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you have a small sum of money, say $500.
Right.
What's the immediate thought that springs to mind? For most of us, it's probably a savings account, yeah.
Feels safe.
It feels responsible, a safe bet. But what if we told you that, well, according to our sources, that approach might only net you about $5 a year?
Yeah, barely anything.
Exactly. That kind of growth, while technically positive, it isn't really going to shift the needle on your life, you know?
That's precisely what's so compelling about our deep dive today. We're looking at a starter's guide titled From 500 Pounds to Fortune, and it doesn't just challenge that traditional thinking.
Yeah.
It completely kind of reorients it. It lays out a clear, actionable roadmap for turning that initial modest sum into something genuinely significant.
Oh.
By making it work for you rather than just, sit there gathering dust.
Exactly. So our mission today is to pull out the most vital, actionable insights and concrete steps from this guide. We want to show you how to leverage a seemingly small amount of money for impactful growth. You shouldn't feel swamped by information, but rather come away with practical knowledge you can immediately put into practice.
Like a blueprint.
Think of this as your personal blueprint for financial empowerment. Yeah, starting from a point that feels incredibly accessible, $500 feels doable for a lot of people.
It's about shifting your mindset, fundamentally, from being just a saver to becoming, well, an investor or even an entrepreneur right from the very beginning.
A mindset shift.
It's that shift that unlocks potential.
And the guide certainly doesn't waste any time getting into the actionable stuff. The first core strategy it throws at us is all about igniting that entrepreneurial spark, starting a small business. It's a direct, almost provocative call to action. Got a business idea? Use the $500 to get started.
Straight in.
This isn't about waiting for a huge loan or, some massive investment. It's about diving in with exactly what you have.
And a key takeaway here is how the guide zeroes in on a fundamental truth of any successful venture. Businesses make money by solving problems.
Simple as that.
Pretty much. It's not suggesting you need to invent the next big tech marvel. Instead, it encourages you to look around and ask a simple, powerful question. What's something people need that you can provide?
Okay.
This initial sum isn't for building an empire overnight, but for taking those very first crucial steps to identify and solve a real problem people have.
So how exactly do you use that $500 for this? Because for many, that still feels like an incredibly tiny amount to launch anything serious. It can feel a bit, daunting.
Yeah, I get that. But the guide isn't suggesting a grand investment. It's suggesting incredibly practical initial steps.
Like what?
It suggests using that money strategically. Think about how you can acquire supplies to create your product or service, maybe. Or perhaps to set up a simple website to establish a credible online presence.
Ah, okay.
And critically, it advocates for using that $500 to test out your first product.
Test it out.
Exactly. This isn't about aiming for perfection from day one. It's about iteration and getting real-world feedback. Seeing if people actually want it.
Makes sense.
And the real genius of this point is its emphasis on action over endless planning. The guide's direct advice is unambiguous. Don't overthink it. Just start.
Just jump in.
Yeah. This initial push helps bypass that analysis paralysis, getting you into the market with minimal risk and maximum learning. You're essentially buying early market data with that $500.
I absolutely love that mantra. Don't overthink it, just start. It instantly makes the whole idea feel less overwhelming, doesn't it?
Totally.
But what if you're listening to this and thinking, okay, that sounds great, but I genuinely don't have a business idea right now. I feel a bit stuck. Does the guy just leave us hanging there?
No, not at all. It directly addresses that scenario with its second core strategy. No idea. Learn first.
Learn first. Okay.
And this isn't a passive recommendation. It frames learning as an active, strategic investment in yourself. Basically investing in your own human capital.
So you're the asset.
Exactly. It's about building the fertile ground from which future ideas and opportunities can actually sprout.
And it makes such a powerful statement about the importance of continuous learning, something truly successful individuals understand deeply. The smartest people in the world never stop learning.
Right. It's a lifelong pursuit, not a one-time event that ends with, a diploma or something.
It's true.
So this raises an important question. If you don't have an idea, what kind of learning are we talking about? Like, what should you learn?
Yeah, good question.
Well, the guide offers a concrete, ambitious, yet incredibly valuable challenge. Read 20 books in a year.
20 books. Wow.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but it even breaks down how to approach this effectively to maximize your growth and idea generation.
Oh, okay. So it's not just random reading.
No, it's targeted, transformative learning.
20 books in a year?
Yeah,
I guess if you break it down, it's really only 1 or 2 books a month, which is, yeah, totally manageable.
exactly. And the guide doesn't just say read 20 books. It gives you a very specific curriculum, which is really helpful.
A curriculum? Tell me more.
Precisely. The source lays out clear categories for these 20 books to ensure a kind of holistic education.
Okay.
You should dedicate 5 books to money and investing, get those financial fundamentals down. Another 5 to starting a business for the practical how-to knowledge.
Right.
5 more on successful entrepreneurs, learn from those who have walked the path. And finally, 5 on self-improvement to sharpen your own skills, mindset, and personal effectiveness.
Huh. That's quite specific.
It is. And the why behind this structured approach is crucial. It's not simply about accumulating facts. As the guide states, this will change how you think and give you better ideas.
So it's about changing your thinking.
Exactly. It's about building foundational knowledge, creating those aha moments through diverse perspectives, and sparking entirely new pathways for opportunity you might never have considered otherwise.
That's a fantastic, actionable framework for anyone feeling stuck. So let's say you've either started with an initial idea or maybe you've spent some time investing in yourself through this reading challenge, and now you have that spark. Here's where it gets really interesting, because the next step isn't more planning. Once you have an idea, the guide says to put money into getting customers.
Right, not just plan it.
Not just endless planning or perfecting. It's about making sure your idea actually connects with people who will pay for it, finding out if it has legs.
What's truly insightful here is the guide's laser focus on practical outreach and validation. It understands that having a brilliant idea is one thing.
Yeah.
But getting it into the hands of paying customers is where real growth and, frankly, real learning begins. It's the ultimate market research, really.
That's the crunch point for many new businesses, isn't it? How do you spend that initial $500 or whatever small amount you have to actually get those first buyers? Because that feels like a monumental hurdle sometimes.
It can feel like it. But the guide provides specific, actionable ways to achieve this. It suggests spending on making content. Yeah, and it explicitly mentions platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. This is about attracting attention, building an audience around your solution, demonstrating value, showing people what you do.
Okay, makes sense.
Alternatively, or maybe in conjunction, you could use that money for running small ads to find buyers.
Small ads? Like Facebook ads or something.
Exactly. We're talking targeted social media campaigns on platforms like Meta or Google, focusing on very specific customer segments, not, a Super Bowl commercial.
Right. Keep it focused.
And of course, if you haven't already, creating a simple website using accessible tools like Squarespace, Wix, or even a free landing page builder just to serve as your storefront or info hub.
Got it.
But the ultimate goal, and the guide states this clearly, is to get real people to pay you.
That's the bottom line.
Yes. It's about moving from concept to tangible results, directly impacting growth and getting that crucial market feedback. It's about validating your idea with actual revenue, not just theoretical appeal.
Get real people to pay you. That's the ultimate validation, isn't it? Because once you start getting paid, you're not just experimenting anymore, you're actually in business.
Precisely.
And this naturally leads us to the fourth critical piece of advice from the guide. Don't waste your profits. This speaks directly to how you handle that initial success, however small it might be.
Indeed. And this point isn't just about being frugal, it's a profound insight into the power of delayed gratification and the magic of compounding.
Compounding.
The guide understands that every small profit, if strategically reinvested, isn't just more money, it's fuel for exponential growth.
Like planting a seed.
Kind of like planting a sapling that eventually becomes a forest, rather than just eating the seed, yeah. It counters that very human temptation for immediate gratification, explicitly warning against blowing profits on fancy stuff.
Which is so easy to do. It's almost counterintuitive for some people, isn't it? Most of us are conditioned to save for security. But this guide is essentially saying that true security often comes from intelligent risk-taking and learning, and then disciplined reinvestment.
Yeah, it's a different perspective.
It's easy to think, okay, I made $100, I'll treat myself. But that's not how you build a fortune, apparently. So what's the alternative?
The guide emphasizes that truly smart people reinvest. This isn't just about saving your money in the bank, it's about strategically putting it back into the business to fuel further expansion.
Okay, how? What kind of reinvestment?
Well, it offers clear avenues for this. For instance, you could hire help to scale your operations.
Get some leverage.
Exactly, allowing you to serve more customers or focus on higher value tasks yourself. You could buy better tools to improve efficiency, product quality, or expand your capabilities.
Makes sense. Upgrade your gear?
Or you could use those profits to directly expand your business, maybe into new areas, develop new offerings, or reach new markets.
So growth.
It's all about growth. This approach is key to sustainable long-term growth, making your efforts significantly more impactful over time. It transforms a small win into a launchpad for future success.
That makes perfect sense. Build on your success, don't just consume it. Now, it's easy to talk about success, but what about when things don't go as planned? Because they won't always.
Right, and the guide addresses this head-on with its fifth and final point. Expect some losses.
Ah, the reality check.
Yes. This is the often unspoken but very real reality of starting out.
Very true.
What's truly insightful here is the guide's powerful reframing of failure. It's not just okay to lose money, it's presented as an essential data point.
Data. Interesting.
Yeah. Every setback isn't a defeat, but a unique, often hard-won lesson that success alone can't teach you. The guide is very direct and reassuring about this. Not everything will work. You might lose money at first. That's okay.
That's actually really comforting to hear.
It is, and it's incredibly important for anyone venturing into entrepreneurship or even just trying to grow their money, as it normalizes the bumps in the road.
It's almost like a permission slip to not be perfect, which is huge for people just starting out.
Really.
It takes a lot of the pressure off, allowing
Yeah.
for experimentation without the fear of, like, catastrophic failure hanging over you.
Precisely. The key, according to the source, is to learn, adjust, and keep going.
Learn, adjust, keep going.
Yeah. It frames setbacks not as personal failings, but as valuable calibration points that inform your next move. This perspective is vital for building resilience and adaptability.
Crucial skills.
Absolutely crucial qualities for any learner, and certainly for anyone trying to build something significant from a small start. It's part of the journey towards mastery, not a reason to quit. It allows you to gather data, adapt your strategy, and emerge stronger and smarter for the next attempt.
Wow, that's a tremendous amount of wisdom packed into just 5 points, all starting from a humble $500. It's quite something.
It really is.
So, just to recap, we've talked about igniting an entrepreneurial spark by starting a business and solving problems. Investing in yourself through focused learning, if you don't have an idea yet. Prioritizing customer acquisition over endless planning.
Getting paid.
Then wisely reinvesting your profits to fuel growth. And crucially, embracing losses as essential learning opportunities that build resilience.
That's the core of it.
It really boils down to an empowering message from the guide. There are a lot of things you can consider doing with $500. The choice is yours. It puts the power back in your hands.
It absolutely does. And maybe this raises an important question for you, the listener. Considering these powerful strategies, from launching a small venture to dedicating yourself to that reading challenge, or even just focusing on getting those first customers and reinvesting, what's one immediate small step you could take today, like right now, to make your own $500, or maybe just your time work harder for you?
Good question.
Even if it's just picking up one of those books on business or self-improvement, or maybe sketching out a simple problem you think you could solve for someone. The journey of a fortune, as they say, often begins with a single, intentional, and often uncomfortable first step.